Friends, I welcome you in the second part of the Hamlet. Any discussion or discussion is a hard word. I can call it a talk. So, any talk on the concept of a tragedy can't be complete without reference to Aristotle, the great Greek philosopher. In my earlier talk on Hamlet, I have said that a simple plot is not suitable to any play. In a play, the plot has to be complicated. So, Aristotle gave a primary importance to the plot in the play. He was he was of the opinion that a plot itself builds a play. There are two ways of looking at the story in a play. One can be in the way the plot is revealed, and the other way is to see the story unfold in a linear fashion. One is simple, like A, B, C, D, E, F. The incidents in an orderly fashion, and the other could be in the non-linear fashion, like D, E, B, A, C, F, and all like that. Without, without making it complicated, let me remind you what Forster had differentiated between a story and a plot. He had said, the king died and the queen died is a story, while the king died and because of the grief, the queen also died is a plot. Now, let us try to understand the story. Yes, the story. The story of the play Hamlet in a linear fashion. If we try to understand the story of Hamlet, it is that way, very simple. There was a kingdom called Denmark. King of that kingdom was Hamlet first, or we can call it as senior Hamlet. He was the father of our hero or the protagonist, that is Hamlet. He means senior Hamlet was killed by his own brother Claudius. He inherited senior Hamlet's kingdom by deceit. Not only that, but he got married to his brother's wife, that his own Bhabi, and is now the king of Denmark. The things were going on as usual, but one day, I mean one night. But when one night, the ghost of a dead or a deceased king appears on the ramparts of the castle and reveals to his son Hamlet, that is our hero, that he was murdered by Claudius, his uncle, who is now a king of Denmark. The ghost asks his son to take revenge of his murder, but not to harm his mother, Gertrude. It means Hamlet has to take revenge and kill his uncle Claudius and leave his mother Gertrude for the punishment to be given by the god. Now, Hamlet is a Jawan Munda, well educated, cultured, and had taken university education like all of you. But he was given a great responsibility by his dead father to take revenge for him. What was that revenge? To kill his uncle Claudius, who is a present king of Denmark and also his stepfather, because he had married Hamlet's mother Gertrude. They are now the royal couple of Denmark. Prince Hamlet is living in a palace, bit confused, thinking about the past happenings. So far, we have come across three, or you can say the four important characters. Hamlet, the senior, who is ghost now as he is dead. The second character is Claudius, Hamlet's uncle and his stepfather as well. Gertrude is the third character. She is Hamlet's mother, wife of late king and now the queen as she got married to Claudius. And the fourth character is the hero, that is Hamlet himself. This is the title of the play, the title of the tragedy, Hamlet, the Prince of Denmark. Now, let us come back to the story. There are other characters as well, those who are present in the castle as well. One such important character is Claudius. If I want to put it in simple language, he is the chief advisor or counselor of the king, or he can be called as the important or the main chamberlain of the court. Obviously, he is very close to the king Claudius. He has a daughter called Ophelia. And our hero, Hamlet, is in love with this lady. Love of Hamlet and Ophelia, Parwan pe hai. I mean, it is at the zenith. कोई रंग प्यार के मन से कभी हटते नहीं. कोई रंग प्यार के मन से कभी हटते नहीं. क्या करूं सजनी तुम दिल से मिटते नहीं. वाह वाह वाह. दिस इज नॉट फ्रॉम शेक्सपियर. अरे भाई मेरी है. शेक्सपियर इतना गंदा थोड़ी ही लिखते थे. Okay, back to story. In the middle of their love, the ghost had appeared and assigned Hamlet to take the revenge. So now, Hamlet is split between the duty given to him by his father and his love for Ophelia. साला ये फादर लोग ना बीच में आ ही जाते हैं, प्यार के दुश्मन. No, it was just a joke. Light-hearted comment you can say. Just keep it aside. So friends, Hamlet is caught between his duty towards his father and his love. Duty or love? Love or duty? To be or not to be? To be or not to be? Anyways, duty first. Padhai pehle. Study first. So, Hamlet from here onwards wants to know whatever his father's ghost had told him, whether it is true or not. So friends, you must be thinking, what did Hamlet's father's ghost had told him? The ghost, when spoke to his son Hamlet, had told him that his death was not in the way it had been told to him, and not in the way the rumor was spread in the kingdom. It was not natural. It was not by the bite of a serpent. It was murdered by pouring poison in his ears. And the culprits were his uncle and his mother. So, senior Hamlet, that is Hamlet's father, real father of Hamlet, had assigned a moral duty on Hamlet to take revenge. So, Hamlet was split. Hamlet was split between his duties as a son and a lover. Though he decides to follow his father's advice, he knows well that he cannot do it showing that he is normal. So he decides to feign madness, that he had almost gone mad and he has become insane. This trick he has to follow till he is sure of the reason of the death of his father's ghost. And obviously he behaves with all of them like a mad person. Everybody almost believes that Prince Hamlet is mad in the love of Ophelia. पागलपन प्यार की एक पहचान होती है. पागलपन प्यार की एक पहचान होती है. दिल की बात करने की वो जान होती है. To a certain extent, his uncle Claudius is not sure of his madness and thinks that Hamlet hatches some kind of a plan. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है दया, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. By chance, a touring drama team from England had come. Hamlet wants to seek this opportunity and he advises to play the plot, that is murder of Gonzago. This is where a very popular line in the play comes. Play is the thing wherein I will catch the conscience of the king. This is some moral trap Hamlet plans where he feels he will catch the king and queen and confirm the words of his father. He becomes successful in this. As the royal couple gets disturbed and can't bear the play, king and the queen leave the play in between as they cannot tolerate the things that are shown before them, though in the form of a play. The act in the play. The act in the play was exactly the replica of what the couple had done to the late king. Leaving a royal couple in between the play was confirmation. It was a confirmation for Hamlet that the whole game was played with his father. His father's words were appropriate, a kind of a truth. Dan, dan, dan. Oh, gauging the situation, the king Claudius decides to send Hamlet to England, where he will be killed. This duty was given to Hamlet's bosom friends, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. In between, Hamlet pours out his anger at his mother, Gertrude. In that encounter, he asked hundreds of questions to his mother. He even kills Polonius, thinking that he could be a king himself, listening secretly to the conversation between him and his mother. As the king had planned, Hamlet leaves for England with his friends Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. These two so-called good friends of Hamlet carry a sealed document of his death. As the chance would have it, Hamlet's ship is attacked by pirates, or you can say sea thieves. And the Hamlet comes to know about the plot of the king against his life. Hamlet is a very smart fellow. He is educated. Hamlet, being a very smart fellow, उतना भी पागल नहीं है हम, उतने भी पागल नहीं है हम तो अपनी धुन में मस्त थे, दिल की बात कुछ और है, पॉलिटिक्स हमारे खून में है. Hamlet turns tables on. Hamlet turns tables on and somehow escapes from the ship and returns back home, that is, to Denmark. By now, he comes to know that Ophelia has already died. Her griefs are mixed type: a father's death and her lover Hamlet's separation. In that famous gravedigger scene, we come across very serious kind of a philosophy about life and death, about human existence. By now, another character by the name Laertes had gone wild and wants to avenge Hamlet because he thinks that his father Polonius was killed by Hamlet, and his sister Ophelia had gone mad because of Hamlet. He is angry by the death of his father Polonius and his sister Ophelia. Obviously, his anger is further fueled by King Claudius, who arranges a duel that is a sword fight between Hamlet and Laertes. Hamlet gets wounded. Gertrude, his mother, takes poisonous drink by mistake, and Laertes dies realizing the truth. And finally, Hamlet kills his uncle Claudius, and he also dies because of the poisonous wound he has received in the sword fight. This is how the revenge is taken. Friends, the story of a Hamlet is not only a revenge story. It is a fascinating story in the psyche of a cultured man. It is a fascinating story in the psyche of a cultured man. It is no doubt a murder mystery. The murder mystery elements are there, but the tragedy goes beyond and attains the status of a tragedy. What are those elements? What makes Hamlet really a tragedy? That we will see in the next part of the play, Hamlet. Please remain connected. Hang on. Thank you.